Yes, it's been a lot, but
Yeah.
what I actually when I listened back to last week's episode, I realized that you went back and you were like, I'm gonna talk to Birch and I'm gonna try to figure things out, like how do I make the neck Nicholas less lonely? Like it seems like he is dragging everyone with him because he's depressed.
Yeah.
Classic emo boy,
Yeah.
and I actually never responded. Like I just had Birch be like, "You will find the truth if you look for it," or something like that. And then you guys were like, "All right, off. We're gonna go to the north of Sweden." But I realized
And you were like,
that,
uh-oh.
and I also remember I'm like, that's not really a good GM style of like, well, fuck you and what you want to do. I'm not gonna give you anything. So, in order to sort of fix that, I'm gonna give you that during this next leg of the adventure, as soon as you wanna pull a knowledge roll or I think, what is it, literature roll, learning roll, um, it will be as if like we'll do like a quick flashback to Birch, and it will be as if you have like Birch Wikipedia, and so if you're successful, we can pretend that she gave you this information since you
Oh,
might not have access to a library. Because you
okay.
did prep, like you did want to prep, and she was like, "Yeah, I have all these things," and you also have two books with you that she gave you,
Yes.
but
A Bible.
a Bible and the like the beginning of you have like old
The
wives'
field
tales of the
notes.
Swede, a field notes
Yeah.
of old wives' tales. You have like a beginning of a catalog for Vasen or the Invisibles, as they still keep calling them. And then Olaf might have things, but I'm thinking like the way we'll solve it is that if you're successful with the learning, we'll treat it as if we'll pretend that you got that information from Birch, so you then can piece things together. Like,
Okay.
oh, you start remembering now because Birch said this. You make this assumption about this, like normally how we played. The
Yeah,
same
yeah, yeah.
thing with like
I
investigations and stuff.
appreciate that because you don't have to give me that because Birch did give me like objects, but that's
Yeah.
cool that it's like, Blades in the Dark style, like retcon, like Birch would have told me this or something.
Right. I think it makes sense considering you have like upgraded your castle to have a mystic
That's
in it,
true.
and I think sometimes what's the like since we're upgrading both our characters and our headquarters, there should be some sort of boon to
Yeah.
it. The way I like to play this game, at least, because the other thing that in Vassen, every single clue is usually like you find a letter where the entirety of this mystery is written down. That's been like a thing I've noticed in a lot of the pre-written adventures, and that's to me not fun. I think it's more fun if you find an item and then I'll give it to you, and then you, Sydney, can sort of be like, wait a second, does that make sense? But then if you're like completely off, you could decide to like, no, I want to roll an investigation, and then I'll give you like hints, and we'll justify it that way. That's
Yeah.
the way I think
I
makes sense for
I
me.
know that you've struggled. I think you're doing a great job, Ellie, but I know that you've struggled with some of the pre-written stuff. You creating, in our first season, you creating your own world and doing such a wonderful job. I do think it is very hard in investigative APs because a lot of the times it literally is like, and you find a letter and it
Yeah,
tells you who killed them. So now
yeah,
all you have to do is go deal with the ghost. And it's
yeah.
like, okay, that's less interesting to me.
It's also it's a little it's it's just anti-Vasen in my opinion. Like Vasen is supposed to be like a mystery that doesn't have very straight answers. It's like,
Mm.
and it's everything I read about like Vasen, especially prepping for this next adventure, is that everything is like so counter into like it's like, no, you're supposed to do this, actually never mind, this other little thing said that you're supposed to do that, actually that doesn't matter at all. It's like been fascinating to read up on the neck because everything is contradictory to everything, and it's like you can't trust the sources because some of them and it's like clearly written through like the Bible version of how the world works. And a lot of it was influenced by that in the 19th century Sweden because we were super, super religious. But if you take away that part, you realize, wait a second, what's this thing about him being lonely? What's this like, or is it just... And also all the Vasen, they're not like... I think they've been a symbol to describe terrible, terrible things of like why... You know, the Mealing, the little child that the mother killed, and then you know... Of course she'd rather... Of course they wanted to say, like, the most horrid thing imaginable for women to not kill their own babies. You know, like...
Or, you know, like, dealing with grief and things, like, if somebody's baby died, you know, mortality rates and things, and, like, having an enemy to put it on also, like, you know, if you do... This is in all cultures, too. You know, it's not just, like, organized religion and things, but it's folklore, and it's like, if you do this... then a changeling will come, you know, and take your child away and things like that. And I think it was meant to be either of comfort, of warning. God knows the German fairy tales and the German bedtime stories were like, if you do this, I will cut your thumbs off. But I think you're doing...
And it will be your fault.
Right. Don't suck your thumbs. It's your fault you get your thumbs cut off. Yeah. All this to say, though, I think you're doing a wonderful job balancing that in the world of Vasen. With not giving too many things away, with doing your research on the neck, and you know, and like these things, and giving it, it's not so black and white. It's not so easy to just be like, and they were evil. So I think you're doing.
Yeah. Sorry. Thank you. I was not gonna say it like, I am.
Yeah.
No,
thanks.
I feel like I'm a little nervous about sticking the landing. But we'll see. We'll get there together.
Hey, so was Simone Biles at the Olympics, and she's incredible.
Yeah.
So think about that.
She did burn out and take like 3 years off, right? The fact that she could return is so fucking mind-blowing.
What she does.
Yeah.
I aspire to be like her.
Yeah. I want to find the Simone Biles in me. I think she's like probably the best athlete ever. I think, like, you know, I guess it's hard to compare and say things like that, like, because then you have like, well, actually, this guy in this sport that no one cares about.
One of the best athletes ever.
Yeah, I would say like the GOAT, as they say. Anyway, for those of you who don't know anything about gymnastics, Simone Biles is a phenomenal gymnastics. Anyway, Winter Olympics is also coming up. Are you going to watch? Are you super into the Winter Olympics?
I do like the Winter Olympics. I will watch, probably. I couldn't tell you.
It's probably my favorite sports event.
I think it's also my favorite. I love the snow sports. I love the fucked up ones of like, hey, you need to ski for a long time and then shoot a gun.
Oh yeah.
I'm like,
what's that called?
I forget. Not rocketeer. What the hell is it called?
Skidskytte in Swedish. Skidskytte in
Why do I think it's something like wrecker?
Biathlon.
Nope, not even close. Biathlon.
What? Biathlon. That's how translate to biathlon. Biathlon. Winter sport combines cross country skiing and rifle shooting, which is such a badass. Like that's how you create an army of.
And they're like trying to calm down because they're like so out of breath, and they're like, I'm like, that's crazy.
We had so the Norwegians always wins the Winter Olympics because they are crazy.
They're
and
so
Sweden
used
and
to
Denmark
the cold.
are trying to like, you know, also get like, we're like, we got one from the Norway. We got one from Norway. But this year's Swedish hockey team is very stacked. And, I've because of my nephew, he's into hockey. I've sort of gotten into hockey recently. Always been sort of a fan. Like my first love when I was 11, he was a hockey player. Yeah, he was an 11-year-old boy. He got into hockey school in Sweden. Oh, and then he played in the NHL. After like he got like really far. I think he played for Bruins. Is Bruins a a hockey
Yes.
hockey league in Sweden or in
Yeah,
America?
yeah. Or in America.
In America, yeah.
Yes.
Do you know what from where?
They're from
Bruins.
Philadelphia.
Philadelphia Bruins. Okay.
Wait, let me make sure that's correct. Is it,
Philly Bruins doesn't sound. Wait, Philly.
no, is it the Bruins? The Bruins are, oh no, my God, they're Boston.
Boston
Kill me.
Bruins.
Kill
that
me.
sounds
Kill me.
more familiar.
The fans listening are going to kill me. I know. It's the Philadelphia Flyers. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me.
Philadelphia Flyers. Okay,
Yeah,
but who
the
are
Bruins
the Eagles?
are Boston, because the Bruins are like, everybody's mad at the Bruins. They're very good, but it's a classic
Oh, we
like Boston sports team. Everybody, if you're not from
Yeah.
Boston, you fucking
Why
hate
does
them.
everyone hate Boston always? I feel like Boston always gets a lot of
They
shit. For...
they have good sports teams, and they're very proud people. They're
They're
very,
very
proud
funny.
people.
Like most comedians, I feel like are from Boston.
Yeah, you have to be. Otherwise, you get beat down, and you die in Boston. If you're not a comedian, you never make it out of Boston.
You and Olaf set out from Uppsala towards the north. You took the train as far as you could, despite the winter weather. It is a much bleaker experience traveling up than it was, for example, in Lost Mountain Saga, where you once took the boat and had a great time on a boat, or the other time when you took like a newly constructed train all the way to Kiruna. This is not the Sweden we're describing in this adventure. This Sweden is rural, remote, famine, like people are not doing great. And it seems like it's even worse than you, from what you remember. And as you're traveling through these sort of small little settlements and villages, a lot of people, they give you like very suspicious looks. They seem afraid. But none of them wants to speak to you, but they are still like hospitable enough to give you something for the road because they feel like you're gonna fucking die out there. I can't believe you're out here doing this thing. And so here's, a piece of bread, but that's all they have. Like they have so little food. So they're like giving you what they can, but it's not like this wonderful, nice feast anywhere. And but you can stock up on some things, but then you got a horse sled with these, like, I want you know horses better than me, but what are those? I think they're called like Norwegian
Clydesdale
horses. Like they have like very furry legs.
A Clydesdale.
Like they have a Clydesdale, sure.
I think it's the Clydesdale is like the
Man, we're
they're
Googling like crazy.
really, really big. They're draft
Yeah.
horses. They're used in the Budweiser commercial. They're used in a beer commercial. They like pull a sleigh or something, but it's always Clydesdales. They're so pretty.
Very pretty, and they like look like they're made for the snow. They're like they look very ready to go out there and like drag
Big
your
feet.
ass. So let's say that you have two of them.
Yeah.
For this sled, maybe one, now two. Let's say two. So they have a friend. I feel bad for the horses already. If something bad happens, they won't.
Please don't kill my horses.
I'm not gonna kill the horse.
I just got them.
You're gonna kill them like in the Revenant and then climb into it to keep the warmth.
Oh no, no.
You and Olaf, yes, you set off into the night, and it's getting colder and colder, and eventually you reach a sort of a campsite, and these are spread out throughout all of the northern Sweden for travelers and hunters to basically rest. There's like a very simple shed, and there's like a little fire pit outside, but you can rest there and like get some protection from the elements. And you get there. It's quite dark. There's pelts and blankets inside. Olaf comes out, and he looks happy, happier than have you ever seen him in a while. And he says, "Someone left us a bottle of glue wine." And he takes out 2 glasses.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, we talked about their travel in the wagon as well. Like,
Yeah.
they don't even have a proper, like, carriage. It's not, they got a cart from a village and they've been taking turns. You know, Olaf was driving the Clydesdales. So, like, they're freezing. So Eliza is, like, piled up some of the pelts to make sort of like these blankets, these like stiff blankets to block the wind. And they've started a fire, and she smiles up at him, but you can see like chapped lips, and he's got chapped lips and like a bit of wind burn. And she says, "I wonder who that could have been."
It's probably a hunter or someone, I hope. And he corks it up, and he's like, "It smells delicious. Let me heat this up for you." And he starts trying to heat it up on the fire, and it works.
He puts a glass bottle in a fire.
Exactly, he puts the glass bottle, and it
explodes.
cracks, explodes, and you're covered in red wine. On
No,
these
we
beautiful
have
pelts.
little like a pot or something, but she starts to smell it, and she's like, "Oh, I can smell the lingonberries. Oh,
Yes.
do they put that in wine? I don't know."
Probably not, but let's say this is blue wine with lingonberries. It would be amazing. Actually, like lingonberry beer is phenomenal.
Ooh, yeah.
It's like a ferment, like it works really well. You sit and sip on this glue wine, and what it does, like similar to red wine, you know how it is. It gets you instantly warm, especially if it's heated up.
Yeah.
And has all these spices in it. There's a fair bit of extra alcohol in it too, so you might get instantly a little tipsy. You're so cold, but you're not really noticing it. You're just feeling this nice sensation in your body.
She's sipping this, and she scoots closer to Olaf as they're kind of like cuddling near the fire.
Yeah.
And she says, What are we going to do when we get there?"
So I've been trying to understand, based on what Francisco said. He described to us there was some sort of stone circle that he said had cracked stones, and there was a liquid seeping out of them, if I understood correctly. And he's sort of recapping what had happened, and I'll do that for you and the audience too.
Thank you.
So there was some, he referred to it as black blood seeping out of stones, and it appears that they had cracked earlier, but then the final one cracked once they had the shootout with his the person that he was there to investigate. But then what I don't really understand is this man, Eric Daniels. Eric Daniels, he was some sort of, Francisco said that he was some sort of guardian, a wanderer. Everyone in the village knew who it was, but I wonder what happened to him, and what did he know? Francisco, obviously he was traumatized, so he didn't ask the proper questions. He just said that it was a kind, odd fellow who seemed to have been living in the forest, protecting this stone circle. But how he got there? Was he potentially one of the Vasen? I don't know. That's what I need to figure out. We also need to figure out if this stone circle can be salvaged, or if we need to perform some sort of ritual to create a new one. Can it be made? Did Birch tell you anything about that?
And from my knowledge, Birch said that we could fix it, right? Or no, did she not say anything about it?
You go back into your memory and you you remember conversations she had with it, and she describes realms, but realms and pockets. She refers to them, little pockets, where the veil is very thin, and that Christians had created these guardianships to these pockets, but that seemed to have been a forgotten practice, and only practiced in some parts of the rural Sweden, forgotten. But her theory is that this is related to that this man, Eric Daniels, was positioned there to protect that this stone circle would keep itself from harm, and that someone or something has broken it. But in order to restore it, she looks through the Bible, Christian scriptures, similar things, and she looks at you as if there's something she doesn't really want to say, as if she's holding something back.
Maybe when Olaf asks me this, I'm remembering that conversation.
Yeah.
And she says, hold on. And then she makes her way on the icy snow back to the cart, and she pulls out the Bible that Birch had given her, thinking maybe Birch didn't want to tell me something in person, or like there was something she couldn't explain. So she didn't think about it at first, but she's like, maybe she bookmarked or like dog-eared or underlined something in the book. So she goes back over to the fire and kind of shows it to Olaf, and she goes, pretty old. And kind of smiles, like kind of wink smiles at him with the Bible, but knows that he has sort of lost his faith, so she does it only like very lightly.
He takes it, and the Bible is written in Latin. And
Damn it. I throw it in the fire.
Exactly. So, completely useless. The Bible is dead to you.
Thanks, Birch. It's garbage.
And the fire turns into this green, satanistic thing, and Man of River is over. You died.
Oh, good. Good ending.
He sees sort of the pages written on that side. He understands basic Latin, so he can sort of look through it, and he's skimming through the pages. The dog marked here, the dog-eared page.
I can't believe she did that to a Bible.
Yeah, it's like, this is worth. It's made of gold.
It's made of gold. She bent it.
And he sees one passage where it describes guardians, but I can't see. And he seems like, I'm gonna study this. Perhaps there are clues in these verses that but I need some time. I need to bring out my translation book. And then he brings out like a Latin to Swedish book. And he's gonna sit down and try to decipher the page.
And I think Eliza would also bring up to him the notes of like the veil, the Christian elements of like someone was watching over it, things, words that he might just like see and be like, oh, this is a passage that's important.
Yes, interesting. He takes out 2 bedrolls and starts getting ready to sleep, because he's extremely tired, and this wine is making both of you quite tired. He is bringing up Firewatch, and he's wondering, I can take the first shift, or do you want to take the first shift?
No, Olaf, you go to bed. You look very tired. I think the glue is... And she like kind of touches his face, and it's like a little bit red. She's like, I think the glue is going straight to your head.
And he does that thing my husband does when he's super drunk, and he just looks at me with adoring eyes of like, I'm fine. I'm good. What do you mean? I'm good. You want to have sex? That's
I'm good. You want to get into the hunter tent? You want to go in?
yeah. I can do it. I can do
I
it.
could do it. I could
And
do
then
it.
he like starts falling asleep while sitting
Oh,
up.
oh.
He's like, wake me if you notice anything. All right, promise.
I promise.
He immediately falls asleep, and you can
good
hear
night.
his loud snoring. There is soothing quietness to the world around you. There's no wind, there's no noises, there's no weird noises. Like, despite it being a forest that's always full of life, there's a quietness that is very soothing. And you're watching the crackling fire in front of you. But then, oddly, you know that there's a flicker of light in your peripheral view.
Oh. I think Eliza also feels the way Sydney feels of just like, come on, one night without anything strange. But she will slowly kind of turn to see it head on instead of out of her peripheral.
And little Daphne is sitting next to you.
Oh. I think Eliza... Maybe Eliza isn't as shocked as Sydney is. Maybe... Has Eliza seen this before?
Eliza remembers that Burge mentioned sitting outside and letting the spirits come to you was a very traditional form back in the old Viking days. During the winter, it's called utesita. Sit outside, utesita. So a part of you somewhat expected this to happen.
But Daphne has never appeared to Eliza before this moment.
Only
Wow.
once in a dream when she said what may happen, what may come before a flood.
Yeah.
I will remind you of that. She has not appeared like this.
Okay. I think
she's-
Eliza... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, she is sitting there and she's looking at you with... She doesn't look sad, she looks sort of exactly how you remember her good side.
Yeah.
Her eyes are just like slightly judging, but also as if there's like mischief behind them, and as if she has a secret.
Eliza, like, inhales a sharp breath just at the surprise of seeing, one, Daphne, but also something so close to her immediately. But then she takes in Daphne, and it's like, it's really Daphne. And she lets out that breath, and you can see her body kind of relax a little bit. And yeah, like you said, maybe in the back of her mind, she thought this could be a possibility, but was so wrapped up with everything, didn't really think about it. And she is just looking at her, and she smiles a little bit. I didn't know if you would come.
I didn't either, but you're quite loud. It's
And
hard for
Eliza-
me to get a peaceful rest.
Eliza smiles, and there's already like a tear falling down her face, which instantly turns like kind of cloudy and white as it freezes, you know, like she kind of wipes at it, at her raw skin on her face. Daphne,
Yes, Eliza?
Daphne, I went home recently, Daphne. Daphne, father has died.
I know.
Of course you
Yes.
do.
But it's not your fault. None of this is your fault, Eliza.
Daphne, I'm sorry.
You know, you shouldn't be crying. You're much prettier when you're not crying, Eliza. In a way, you remind me a little bit of a pig when you cry. Your nose is red, your cheeks are red. It makes your face scrunch up in ways that my mother probably would say is not very attractive.
And she's laughing. And she says, if I'm a pig, then you're a little monkey. Do you know that?
Monkey. Huh. Well, I do have... My arms are significantly longer than the rest of my body, and as if she's trying to show you that that's not true at all.
And Eliza...
She has, like, shorter... significantly shorter arms.
Eliza, like, smiles and then looks a little sad, and she kind of says quietly, You would have grown into that.
The thing is, I was never gonna use my arms for anything important anyway. I was mostly just gonna sit and eat cupcakes. That was my dream when I grew up. I wanted to have a maid who would serve me cupcakes. Apparently, that's not what women are supposed to do, but I would be a lady.
Eliza just, like, laughed. Like, this is truly the good side. Like, this is what they were like when they weren't fighting, when they didn't have to vie for attention from her parents. And whether it's the warmth of the glue or the fire, she's just smiling. And then she immediately looks a little, like, scared. And she says, Daphne, are you all right?
I am all right. I'm at peace. If it wasn't for your loudness, I would have probably been able to rest more properly, Eliza. Father
Daphne.
says hi, for what it's worth.
You've seen him?
Yes. We are watching over you, Eliza. Please know that.
She nods.
I can't stay very long. I came for a reason, and it's important to me that you listen to me, Eliza. And she suddenly turns more adult-like, more serious. I came to warn you. There's a demon lurking in these woods. Do you understand me, Eliza? There's a demon. It's a terrifying, evil spirit, and she's stronger than ever. I need you to be careful.
Is it a woodwife?
No. This is someone who's not supposed to be here, and she preys on the desperation and light of humans.
But
whatever you do, don't fall for her temptation.
Daphne, I have to go into the woods, though. I have to fix something. The stone circle.
I know you do, Eliza. But promise me, never leave the path.
I won't. Daphne, do you
and
know
she
any...
disappears.
Daphne? And Eliza just kind of whirls around. I love you.
There's a warmth in your chest, and you're quite confident that she could hear you.
Oh my god. I think Eliza just is crying at the fire. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry.
When I was like, Daphne's there, I saw you, Sydney, being like, this is way too early to go have
Daphne's
to deal with
there.
this.
Okay, let me just...
Yeah. Her trying a little...
No,
but
I think, go ahead.
Unlike many other encounters you've had with ghosts and Vaesen, this felt surprisingly peaceful and good. Outside
God.
of her giving you warnings about evil demons in the forests. But yes, you may cry.
I cry now.
Yeah, you may cry while you're eating that apple.
Yum, 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 yum.
But that flicker of light still continues. As Daphne sort of fades away, and you're snapped back into reality, there's definitely like a flicker of light in the forest down the path.
Oh, on the path.
Like next to the path, yeah.
I think I'm gonna wake up Olaf. You can't fool me, Ellinor DiLorenzo.
Oh,
Eliza's gonna go over to Olaf in the tent and kind of like push him. Olaf!
how's that, Eliza?
Olaf, wake up.
Come here. And he tries to grab her.
No. Olaf, no. Olaf.
And then he is impossible to wake up.
Damn it. She's gonna say, damn it, and then go back over to the fire and get a spark just to light the oil of a lantern. And she's gonna take some of the hides, the furs, and get her lantern, and I'm gonna walk down the path, not stepping off of it, and just try to get a better look.
As you get closer, you see that it's a cabin.
What?
And that cabin was not there before. It's a cabin and it's clearly people inside. You can even hear music and laughter from inside this cabin. And as you get even closer, staying on the path, there's another little house. There's like a shed. There's a stable. There's like this whole little farm.
What?
And the main cabin has it's smoke coming from a chimney. And the light that was flickering before, you realize that was from like one of the main lampposts outside. And it's quite a cozy little wintry, picturesque look.
And it was not there before?
No.
All right, so Eliza's going to stay on the path, and she recognizes immediately, like, this is some trickery.
This is some bullshit.
This is some bullshit. I'm not going in your fucking haunted house. Good luck. So she's going to stay on the path, and she's just going to call from the path. Hello? Excuse me? Hello? She picks up a small stone, and she's going to throw the stone at the front door of the cabin.
There's a quietness suddenly from inside. And
hello?
The door swings open. A woman steps out, holding something, and then she's looking out, and she
hello?
She sees you, or you think she sees you, but then you realize she's looking right through you.
Hello? Ma'am? Excuse me?
She puts down the thing that she's carrying, which you're noticing is a bowl of something. And then she takes one last look outside. And then in Swedish, she says, "What did you put in the snaps this year, Johannes? I've started imagining things. I thought I heard the lady herself being out here." Huh. And then they laugh and slam the door shut.
Was she dressed in period accurate clothing? Like Swedish?
Yes.
This time?
Yes.
Okay, Eliza is going to kind of squint and trying to figure out what this could be. Like, the veil is thin, but maybe these are dead people too. Like, maybe these are ghosts, and they can't see me. Like, it's the opposite. And Eliza's going to, in her like lace up winter boots, which somehow still are impractical for the snow. Women's footwear, 1800s. But she's going to go and just like tap a toe off the path to see if like the ground is solid.
It is. And it's almost as if the path continues through this little farm. So there is like a path that, like, if you would continue on it, you would get to the other side of the woods.
Yeah, maybe she'll just keep walking along the path just to, like, see what she can see.
And you're walking by the main cabin, and you want to sneak a look inside.
I want to sneak a peek.
Sneak a little peek. And inside there seems to be some sort of celebration. It's a Christmas celebration. There's a whole large family, and they're oohing and ahhing about something. And
Wait, did we miss Christmas?
No, it's like maybe right the weekend before Christmas. It's like,
okay.
But Swedes celebrate Christmas for a while, so this might be an Advent Christmas, or it might just
This
be
is Saint Lucia or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could be.
Do they have any child wearing a small crown of candles? Extremely dangerous?
Indeed. Maybe, yes. Let's say that there is a small, cute little child. This celebration was not popular, though, till 1920s. This is not a clue for the adventure. I just want to historical buffs not be angry with me being like,
I'm taking notes. I'm taking notes.
But there's a small child, like, they're singing and dancing. There's like an old granddad clapping his hands. You know, it seems like a very lovely celebration. And but they still don't seem to recognize you or see you. But there's a warmth emitting from this little cabin that fills you with so much joy as you're observing them. But then you hear a little noise from behind you.
I turn around.
And on the porch, you see a small figure walking over to the bowl. You realize it's a bowl of porridge. And this figure takes it. What? And it's a little nisse. It's a little tomtenisse.
Oh!
How long have you been there?
Eliza kind of bends down almost immediately to not seem so, like, overbearingly tall. She kind of squats. And she says, I'm not going to take your porridge. That's yours.
That's mine. That's correct.
I'm not here for your porridge.
He takes out a sling.
No. I'm just passing through.
Yes, that's right you are. This is my farm. Don't you disturb this lordship.
Yes.
Not on my watch.
I had no idea. Who lives here? I'm not from here. Who is his lordship?
This is the Johnson and the Andersons.
Okay, so this is not important from Ellie's.
This is the Bengtsons.
Okay, the Bensons, the Andersons.
And the Johnsons. And frankly, maybe the Svensons are in there now.
Okay. A long line of beautiful Swedish people.
And you know a lot about tomtar. You know that they're protective of their farms. They take care of the animals. They're humans in their own way. They can sometimes fall in love with humans. They can in even more weird ways. But you also know that they are easily swayed by compliments and easily angered for no apparent reason.
Yeah, Eliza was about to say. Oh, she kind of looks to her right. The horses look well fed. And the family seems so happy. You must do a wonderful job taking care of the Johnsons, Andersons, Sven's farm.
You know, I've been here for almost 200 years.
You don't look a day over 97.
Stop. Are you from Stockholm? You talk like you're from Stockholm.
I'm originally from a place called London.
That doesn't exist.
From Uppsala. And she's
Ah.
speaking Swedish to him. She
And
says,
maybe
pardon
a
the
little
accent.
And maybe you're
I'm
like
not
a little
from here.
complimented by the fact that he doesn't even detect your accent.
Oh, he thought I was from Stockholm. Oh my god, I have a Stockholm accent? Oh my god. Little old me, I'm just a country bumpkin from Uppsala.
Oh, I love
She
it.
says, I'm only passing through, and in fact, I need to continue further up north. Have you ever been?
I have been to every single place on this planet Earth. But I've been mostly here.
Of course.
There is nothing else to see outside of this farm, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. All right. This little guy. This little rascal. Okay. Eliza's going to try a different approach. I have a Nisa. And I love him very much. He lives in the open. People can see him. That's how strong our bond is. He doesn't live in fear, and I take care of him just as he takes care of me. Do you understand?
I see. It's rare, but it happens.
What I'm trying to say is,
Have you had any children yet?
no.
Why not? Are you barren?
I'm not married.
But you said you had a special relationship with your tomte, and you're living in an unchristian relationship?
No. Sorry. No. Not in that sense. A friendship, I should say.
Huh.
What I'm trying to say, Eliza's realizing Nisa are so difficult to talk to, like she kind of forgets. What I'm trying to say is, I help creatures like you, Nisa, and all sorts of other, what we call invisibles, being that most people can't see you. But
You are one of them, aren't you?
that I can see you and talk to you?
Yes, but you look like a human.
Yes.
You walk like a human.
Yes.
But you smell.
Eliza smells herself.
You smell different. And he walks over, takes up your skirts.
Oh.
Nah, looks like you're human.
What?
No
Thank
hooves.
you. No hooves. Hooves?
Hooves.
What exactly
I
were
have
you
to be
looking
sure. I have to be sure.
What exactly were you looking for?
Well,
And then Eliza
see-
gets quiet. Was it a demon?
No. I would have recognized if you were the lady. But you are different. You are a strange one. Very strange. I've never seen anyone on this side.
Eliza
A human
gets
on this
close
side.
to him again. The lady. What can you tell me about the lady?
Oh, we don't mess around with that one. She's bad for this forest. But I've kept her at bay. She has not come to our farm yet.
I think, Nisa, that the lady is what I'm trying to solve.
You're not one of those humans that follow her, are you?
No. Gods no. I didn't know that there were those that followed her.
Oh, there's a human for everything. Can't be trusted. No offense.
None taken. Thank you for your help. Nisa, why can't your masters see me?
That's what I was wondering too. There's something off about you. But I'm not quite sure it's necessarily bad. I wish you well on your journey.
Enjoy your porridge.
I like you. I think if you're really up against a lady, take this with you, and he hands you a rusty iron nail.
Oh, Is it like big, or is it just a normal size nail?
Let's say it's big, but there's like a little string attached to it, so you could technically put it around your neck if you want.
Oh, yeah, she takes it and she kind of holds it and she kind of gestures to like, should I put it around my neck?
They don't... Yes, carry it with you.
She ties it.
Always.
And tucks it into her blouse.
The scary ones, they don't like iron, you see. I wish I had silver, but...
She smiles. She bends down and she says, "Thank you, Nisa, for all your help. You've done a wonderful job on the farm, and if I see you as I come back, I'll be sure to say hello again."
Please do, please do.
And she gives out her hand for like a small handshake, and she says, "My name is Eliza. I don't fear giving it to you. I hope you remember it."
I will, Eliza. And... poof! Everything is gone, and you're just standing on this dark path, holding your lantern. And you've just successfully succeeded stage 1 of the long nut. And that's where we'll end this episode.
Oh my God. So much has happened. I saw my sister. I met Anissa. Oh my God.
The cutest ones. They're cute, and I'm sure they're the kind of people who hates being called cute